It's time for Fan Friday! And before you guys ask, that little mark on Oakley's leg there, she had some blood work done at the vet the other day. That's why you see that there. So if you guys are new to this channel, this is Oakley. That is Memphis, and that is Shelby, and today is Fan Friday. Fan Friday is a day where we answer questions submitted by you guys, the fans. All you have to do to leave a question is leave a comment down below using the hashtag AskGTTSD, and next week we just might answer one of your questions. But before we get to it, I wanted to tell you guys that last week's Fan Friday, no, 2 weeks ago Fan Friday, we were actually camping, and when the video went up, it did not hit subscription boxes, so most of you missed it, and it was an all about camping Fan Friday. So I'm going to put a link to it up in the cards and down in the video description below. If you guys want to see a Fan Friday that was all about camping, tips and tricks with your dogs, you can go check that out. So let's get to this week's questions. So the first question of the day is something that you guys have been asking me for the past few weeks. We've been asked by a whole bunch of people, and we thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and talk about it. Some of you may have found our channel through Gohan the Husky, or you may have found Gohan through our channel. He's a longtime viewer of our channel. We're actually friends with him. We know who he is. Anyway, he put up a video a couple weeks ago that a lot of you probably saw, where he is switching Gohan to a 100% raw feed diet, which prompted a lot of you guys to ask us if we would switch our dogs to a raw feed diet. So I thought today would be the perfect day to answer that question, considering how many of you actually submitted that as a question for this week's Fan Friday. So here we go. Will I ever switch the dogs to a 100% raw feed diet? Probably not. Do I feed my dogs raw? Yes, our dogs actually have had raw food. We do raw food toppers. We've done raw treats. Them little freeze-dried minnow treats are Oakley's absolute favorite treats, and those are 100% raw minnows. They're just dehydrated. So they just have all the moisture taken out of them. We've actually done a lot of different dehydrated treats and dehydrated food toppers with the dogs. That is usually what we do. The company that we use is called Vita Essentials. That's where I get most of my dehydrated raw from. We have done other companies in the past. We've also tried Stella and Chewy's, and there was another one, and the name eludes me at the moment. I can't think of what it was. The dogs have also had like raw chicken wings before. We actually have a friend of ours here who has a farm, and we have gotten chicken. She has an organic farm, and all of her chickens are all, you know, hand raised, and they don't live in cages, and then, well, you know, she does eat them. So we have bought chicken wings from them, and the dogs have had raw chicken wings before. So our dogs have had raw before. Currently our dogs eat Dr. Tim's RPM, which is a grain-free food. Dr. Tim is an actual veterinarian who lives in Marquette, Michigan. For those of you that don't know, we are from Michigan. We are friends with Dr. Tim. That is the food we feed the dogs. They've always done really well on it. And part of the reason that I don't think I would ever switch them all to a 100% raw diet is, one, we travel a lot, and having friends who also travel, who have tried to do the switch to 100% raw while traveling, it's not easy to do. A lot of times they do have to go from the regular raw to like the dehydrated raw. Sometimes they'll supplement like a 50-50. They'll do 50-50 kibble and then raw as well. But it is a lot harder to do when you're traveling a lot, because you have to bring so much. You have to keep the food cold. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I think that's part of the reason that I won't ever go 100%. And like I said, our dogs have had raw stuff before, so it's not like they've never had it before. And then another reason that I don't really want to do it is Oakley and Memphis both eat like monsters. They eat super, super fast, and they tend to not chew a lot. So I always have that fear with raw, with giving them bigger pieces, that they're not going to chew it as much. And realistically, if I were to switch to raw, Shelby, what are you doing? If I were to switch to 100% raw for all of the dogs, I would want to do the more whole foods. I wouldn't want to do like the ground up stuff. I would want to do, I've done a lot of research on this. I would want to do the more whole, like the whole chicken wings and chicken necks and turkey wings and turkey necks, and, you know, like the softer bones, like the rib bones and things like that, because that's more beneficial to their teeth and stuff. I feel like when you get the stuff that's raw, that's all ground up and cut up, you're not, I mean, your dog's not really getting as much benefit from it as they could be, because they're not chewing up the bones and things like that that are supposed to help their teeth and stuff. Are you eating acorns? You're like, I will eat this raw acorn. This acorn's not roasted. I'm just gonna eat it. It's raw acorn. You're so weird. So anyway, you guys, before I continue to ramble on, yes, our dogs have had raw food before. No, I am not opposed to raw feeding. Years ago, when there wasn't as much research done on it and stuff, I was very nervous to do it, but now it is something that there's been a lot more research done on, and I've learned a lot about over the past few years. So yeah, it's something that, you know, we would consider, but I don't think we would ever do 100%. Basically because we travel too much. And can you imagine how much food we'd have to keep in our little tiny freezer in our camper for like a 5-day trip to feed 3 dogs raw diet the entire time? That would be a little bit difficult. Yeah, that would be kind of hard, huh? So I hope that answers you guys' question on raw with my huskies. You are being so goofy. You're being so goofy. Look at you. So another question we got asked a whole lot this week was, how do you teach your dogs to sit? How do you teach your dogs to speak? How do you teach your dogs to sing? And how do you potty train your dogs? We actually have a playlist of all of those things that I will link up in the cards above and down in the video description below. They're a little bit older videos that you may not have seen before, so you should definitely go check those out. Shelby, are you using the acorns to scratch your back? You're goofy. Another question we got this week was, have your dogs ever been sprayed by a skunk? For those of you that don't know, Nora from Paw Record / Press Record and Thor from Thor Unleashed both got sprayed by skunks this past week. Knock on wood, so far none of our dogs have been sprayed by skunks, but you can kind of see, like, over here on our fence, we have rocks that go all the way along our fence, and then wherever we don't have rocks, if there was gaps, we have big boards, and then we do perimeter check to make sure no little critters are getting in our yard. Well, and skunks don't usually climb fences. We have had critters in our yard, but not normally skunks. And the last question before we get to the mail is, what camera do you use? Normally for filming on this channel, I use the Canon G7X Mark II. I will put some Amazon affiliate links down below to all the different cameras that we actually use across this channel and across SnowDogs vlogs. We got some mail. We got some mail. The first thing, somebody sent us this harness and this leash, but I'm not 100% sure who it was. That's pretty cool. This is like a hands-free leash, and it's got like the bungee leash on it. And then I'm not sure about this harness. It's interesting. It's padded. I have to figure out how it actually goes on. But yeah, not sure who sent those, but that's pretty cool. And then we got a raccoon toy from Instagram user Life of Dewey. You can see it right there, so you can go check them out if you want to. I kind of think that this will end up being it'll end up being Oakley's. Hey, I think that might, and okay, all right. I'm sure Oakley will take that from you later because it's a raccoon, Shelby. I don't know if you noticed. Oakley's over there like kind of not paying attention anyway, but I'm pretty sure she'll steal that from you later. And we got a package of Shelby's favorite squeaky tennis balls. These are actually a late birthday gift to Shelby from Julie. And we got a letter and a bunch of drawings from Kiana. I really hope I said your name right. Look, you even signed every one of these. There's one of the dogs under the agility frame. There's a happy birthday for Memphis, and a happy birthday for Oakley, and a happy birthday for Shelby. And then that. Kiana. Thank you. Those are really cute. And this was a birthday card to Shelby from Wolf and Pup on YouTube, otherwise known as Bella. And a drawing of the dogs from Emily. Do you like that drawing, Oakley? She came to check it out. Oh, I thought you were going to steal it. I thought she was going to take the raccoon toy. And we got a letter from Monica, and Monica has a suggestion. She wants us to make carob chip cookies. Actually, that's on our list of things to make. I thought those would be pretty cool too. So like a take on chocolate chip cookies, but for dogs. Yeah, I thought that'd be pretty cute too. Thanks for the awesome letter. Alright, you guys, that is all we have for this week's Fan Friday. If you missed it, on Monday we put up a treat video that you guys have been asking for a very long time. We did DIY s'mores for dogs, and not only did we make s'mores for dogs, we did it while camping with a bunch of our other doggy friends, and it was super fun. So if you haven't seen that, you should definitely go check it out. And then Wednesday's video was a Helping Huskies in Need video where we got to transport a rescued husky part of the way down to her new adoptive home. So definitely go check those out if you haven't yet. If you're new to this channel and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with your friends to help us grow the audience. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Oh, and if you want to see more of our camping videos, head on over to youtube.com/snowdogsvlogs. What'd you find over there? Something good? Bye guys. We'll talk to you later. Lots of fun, lots of wars, won't you